we're live. Now let's see what happens.
Now let's see what happens.
Try this one more time.
Okay, I got one person. Hey, come on over. It's just the front part of the truck. I don't need it. Get off your phone. People. It's 55 in a work zone for a reason, people. Not to inconvenience you, but to make sure you don't run over the construction guy.
Imagine that.
The guy in the big bright yellow thing out there. I know what's on your phone is more
Hey,
important.
sub, what's up? Hadn't seen you in a little bit.
We are talking about human lives here.
Poor Jason. It's about time for Mama to take over.
No.
Why?
They just make it worse.
It will not.
Look, it's common courtesies. Common courtesies have gone out the window.
No, you can't judge the rest of the world or the rest of the country by South Carolina drivers. It just
saying.
Hey, Jennifer, what's up? Hey, Jason and Robin, see you on October 11th and 12th. We're going to meet pickers. Homesteading with the Heberts. What's up?
And I know nations that were built faster than South Carolina road construction.
Construction, absolutely.
They were working on this stretch of 85 before I went into the Marine Corps.
I think that was the first time. Nice haircut, Jason.
Thank you.
Hello, Geeky Gardens.
No, it's the same thing. Because, matter of fact, I was a freshman in high school because we used to take this to go to Nanny and Papa's.
Right. What I'm saying is that they probably have had to redo it since then because they always use the cheapest materials.
I think.
Always use the
Montana
cheapest.
Life. We were talking about you earlier. I got your shirt on underneath my Big Bear hoodie.
We were talking about being able to come see y'all, and
How I'm not driving.
and Jason said, I am not driving to Montana. And Ladessa's like, why not? Let's do it. And Jason's like, do you know how long of a drive it is to Montana? She's like, well, I've ridden 14 or 16 hours in the car to Arkansas. And I was like, let's Google this real quick. And so we looked it up, and it was like 32 hours roughly just to get to Montana. And she was like, oh, heck no. I was like, exactly. It ain't happening. So we told her we're going to have to look into whether we do, some sort of transportation, whether it's flying or if we can figure out a train route, which I don't know if that's possible or feasible. But hey, Peoples, what's up, Brett?
It's the Bazaars.
Only 3 days or 36. Yeah, it's a long drive. But we would spend I would rather spend my time visiting with y'all and seeing beautiful country than sitting in a car.
Here goes the big peach butt.
I wonder if I can.
Probably not. You got a wall of 18 wheelers.
Y'all need to see. Oh, man, slow down.
Yes.
Slow down, baby. Hey, look at the big peach butt, y'all. Y'all should have seen this before it was painted. It was really bad. Hold on, wait a second. You'll get to see it better in just a second. Okay, now look at this thing and tell me what you see, because what I see is not very appropriate. It looks like a peach, right? Say, hey, honey.
Hey, honey.
Okay, so that's the peach. In South Carolina, not Georgia. And see, that wasn't even worth that because now I gotta figure out.
Yeah, I just gotta make sure I
I
don't
know
get sideswiped by this guy who's just all put out because he has to do 55 miles an hour.
Yeah, I don't like people like that. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Hey, Tracy, we're gonna see y'all soon. I think Tracy and Mike, I think y'all are coming to the conference, correct? Garden for Cheap.
Is
We
this
met
like
her
a convoy?
I think it is eastbound and down.
of 18-wheelers in the left-hand lane where they're not supposed to be?
Actually, they might have to be right now. It might be law. Some of
that
them
guy's going to kill somebody.
The white car?
Yeah.
Well, you just watch him and I'll watch you chat.
Okay.
Me and my daughter and son-in-law. Will you stop honking at people? He's very impatient, though, isn't he?
Yeah, and it was almost the front part of the truck.
It wasn't that close.
Yeah, it wasn't that close. You're too busy.
Mike has to work. No, I've been watching. You just don't like the fact that he's bouncing back and forth between lanes.
I don't like the fact that he almost hit me. That's the part that I don't like, my love.
Bozeman's the cheapest to fly to. Butte is the closest, but only can get there from Salt Lake City. Wow.
Oh yeah, truckers have to use left lane.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think they for this construction they want on.
Hey Yahoo, you see where it says you're going too fast?
Uh-oh, is that you or me?
Me.
Must be me. No, that's my child. My third child.
Wouldn't he be your first?
Oh, because I got 1, 2 in here. We're leaving at 3 o'clock in the morning. Woo! Wow.
Okay, go.
I know. He needs to just get
go.
out of the way of everybody else.
Go.
What state are you in now? We're in South Carolina.
Brother
I
man,
hate driving in construction.
Lord,
Yeah, we
watch
hate driving.
out for that man.
Please
Keep
make
him
sure
safe.
he gets safe to wherever he's going. And he doesn't cause any problems for anybody else.
Any problems? He doesn't kill anybody else.
Oh.
Just be with that man, Lord. Guide his vehicle. Keep it a vehicle, not a death machine.
It's snowing out now. Did you see my Instagram live this morning? 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Jeez.
Not helping me.
Wow.
Not helping me at all there, John.
No, I didn't say I didn't want to go visit. I still want to go visit. And September is still, it's cold enough to enjoy, right? John, when did y'all start getting...
Don't answer that, John.
When did y'all start getting snow? If it was
John?
in September, that's cool.
Don't answer that.
Because then that means we'd be able to go see some. We'd be able to see some snow. Because God knows these kids. He's like, oh. Because God knows these kids would love to see some snow. So if we could knock it out and have some snow as well, that would be all right with me. Especially if you're picking us up and you're driving. I'm good with that.
Yeah. You never know. We might just get snowed in Montana and not able to leave.
I don't know. Almost forgot. Hi, Robin. Hi. I was the first person to say hi to you, but no. I see how it is. You get all chummy with your polo buddy, and now I'm just some girl. Kinfolk Farm of Georgia. Hello. Oh, coppers.
Yep, but too bad they're busy and they're not going to get Mr. Mercedes.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't a Mercedes, it was a Lexus.
Whatever.
Okay, our snow started September 7th this year, 12th last year, 10th the year before. How long of a drive do we have? When we left the house, it was 8 hours, but I think we're probably at about 6 now. Ish. Let's see, I can tell you because I got the GPS on right now. Yep, 6 hours. Just dropped pigs off at the processor.
Who did that?
Kinfolk of Georgia. What area are y'all in, and who do you use for your processor? Is it, do you guys do
you're supposed to get over.
Do you guys do resale, or is it just for personal? Let's see. Sorry, y'all, I'm multitasking. The new weather forecast here says a low of 39 Saturday night. I hope it stays warmer than that. I still have a lot of summer crops producing. We do have some tomatoes that are still going. I'm kind of bummed because the tomatoes that I've been waiting to turn color, because those are the ones that I got from the sucker plant. They've been growing and growing and growing, and they finally look like they're getting ready to turn, and I think they're going to turn while we're gone, and so I'm going to miss it. I'm pretty bummed about that, but that's all right. Merriweather. Where's Merriweather, Georgia?
Somewhere between South Carolina and Alabama.
You're funny.
Florida and Tennessee. Somewhere in the middle right there.
We use Yoder's processing in Montezuma. I shouldn't live stream while driving because my language tends to... Yo, I bet. Just planted tomatoes last week. What? With luck, they'll make it all winter. Oh, are you inside? Oh, wait. Kiki Gardens is in Florida, I think. The stream looks so good. What are you using? Just a cell? Yes, just a cell phone. It gets a little bumpy when we're...
It's just because we're so good looking.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Got two good looking people. We got a good looking stream. It's mostly my peppers. Hardly had any ripen yet. Lots of green ones. You know, we had that happen with us. I thought peppers liked heat, and I think they like heat, but I think they really got to have some water, and we just could not keep up with watering, and my peppers didn't do nearly as good as I would have liked them to do. But it was a learning curve for us this year with the raised beds, so we just we got a couple of things we need to tweak. We planted about 20 tomatoes 2 weeks ago. Kyle, do y'all have like a high tunnel or a greenhouse or something that you can plant them in? What?
You didn't read Brett's.
No, I didn't. Because in Arkansas, it's getting a little cold, isn't it? I would think. It's still a little early to do starts for next year. What am I doing?
That's what you get when you're trying to do more than one thing at a time.
I know. Our summers stay pretty cool. Barely hit 90. Oh. You'd be surprised how many people panic when a fire truck comes up behind. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I know for the longest time after my accident, anytime I heard a fire truck siren, I would get anxiety. And I think, because I didn't have a fire truck come up on me, but I think it's because that was the first sound I heard after the accident, because they were the first ones to make it to the scene. And they're the guys that I dealt with the most during, they were the ones that looked after me. It's just an experiment. Huh.
They were there when I got there with my anger management issues.
But if they end up moving, they'll have to abandon them. I've not heard of a fire truck in a very long time. I hope the firemen did a good job for you. They did. It was kind of weird because I've never been in an accident that was big enough to warrant, like ambulances and fire trucks and all of that stuff. And what happened is I think they pulled up first, and they were in the median across from where I was. And they came over, and I don't know the logistics of a fire truck, like the deployment of all the stuff that comes out for a car accident, but the very first people to put hands on me as far as checking to make sure I was okay were firemen. They had fire hats on, so I'm assuming they were, what did you tell me? They're supposed to be first responders, paramedic, whatever.
Paramedic, firefighter.
So whoever they were, and Brett, you could probably fill me in on this, but whoever they were checking me out. They had a bag. They were checking my pulse, making sure I wasn't bleeding anywhere, fussing at me when I was like, look, my neck is fine.
So is that all I need is a fireman hat? They check you out?
Mm-hmm. Look, when I was in, and this is, you weren't there, but you know how I make jokes when I'm uncomfortable, and I was, for the first 20 minutes, it was all shock. Like I couldn't feel anything. I felt fine. And then once I had a couple of people show up that knew me, that were trying to, make sure I was okay. Because that was one thing that was really weird about my accident, is they left me alone. Like, I was by myself for most of the accident. They left me over in a corner. They were too busy jaw-jacking with the girl with the short shorts that had the accident to come over to talk to me. And then finally a police officer came over and talked to me. And I mean, the firefighters came right away, but then like after I was like, no, I'm fine, everybody just kind of left me. They brought me a bottle of water and I just sat down on the ground. And it was the middle of July, so it was hot. And so I just sat out there, but the firemen came and looked at me and they were like, you know, are you okay? They checked to make sure I didn't have any blood anywhere. They asked me if I felt like I had any bruising. And I was like, well, I don't feel any. And I'm like poking myself and, you know, grabbing my legs. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm good. They're like, are you sure? And, you know, that whole, are you sure? Are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. And come to find out, that was my first experience with like true adrenaline and shock because I was not okay. But then a couple of my customers came in and, hey, Art, came in, and once it was like, I think the brain, once it realized that somebody was there with me, that I didn't have to take care of myself, that all of a sudden everything started to fall apart. And my back started hurting, my hips started hurting. And so I looked at, and I started to get nauseous. And they told me that whenever you have something like this happen, your stomach releases acids or whatever. And it just ended up making me feel pretty nauseous. And so then my customers called over the EMTs again, or the firemen again, because they never called an ambulance. And so they called the paramedics over, or the firefighters over again, and they sent like the youngest kid because everybody else was doing cleanup and all this other stuff. And he come over, and all I remember is he had these piercing blue eyes. And my one customer that I'm really good friends with, she's a very eccentric woman. She's got purple hair, and I don't even know how to say that, but can you help me out, or are you just gonna let me struggle? She's
not touching that with a 20-foot pole.
She's a looker for most guys, even if it's not. I don't know. She catches a lot of attention. She gets a lot of attention. Let's just put it that way. And so when she's standing there, it's July. She's wearing shorts, you know, that kind of thing. And so this kid pulls up and just kind of looks at us, and she looks at him and she's like, I need you to check her out. She's not feeling well. We may need to get her to the ambulance. And that was right about the time that Jason was like, you're going by ambulance, no exceptions, no arguing with me, you need to go. And at that point I was kind of like thinking I needed to anyway. And so he came up and he was like, you know, they always ask you, okay, I'm getting ready. They don't touch you, you know, I'm getting ready to take your pulse, da 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 da. And I was like, sweetheart, you can do whatever you want. And Janie looked at me and she's like, yep, she's feeling bad now. Because I was trying to make as many jokes as I could to not feel bad. I was like, whatever you need to do, go ahead and do it. And he was taking my pulse and writing stuff on his glove to take my, you know, he was writing down my heartbeat. And they took my blood pressure and did a bunch of different things. And everything was obviously very elevated. And so yeah, then they called the ambulance right then and there. Ambulance came, and the firemen helped load me and get me over there. So I don't know if they have a lot of like crossovers that are both. But he was saying that most have just the basic anyway. But these guys seem like they had an actual, and that may be part of the fire truck, they had an actual like kit that they brought over, and they were ready to do, you know, they had blood pressure cuff, they had everything that they needed. And so it may be that that's standard, but it seemed a little different to me because I didn't ever expect that when somebody's going to come over and check on me and make sure I'm okay, they're not wearing a fireman's hat. And they were. So it's kind of weird. And they had their little, you know, their little jumper suspenders, and they were all dressed to the T. So
2 states down.
All right, we in North Carolina?
Yep.
Whoop, whoop. Okay, for all y'all that were asking, we're in North Carolina now. Kings Mountain.
And I get to go up to 65 mile an hour.
Oh, thank God. You were annoying me at 56. I've missed a bunch of the chat, I think. Jason, keep his mouth shut. Oh, 880 from average is in here.
Carolina.
I watched a man in an extreme accident that swore he was fine when he got to where he felt safe again, collapsed to the ground. I mean, and I'm telling you, that was about where I was. Like, I was fine. I called my boss. I called Jason. I told everybody of what was going on, how everything was. I told the cop exactly what happened. I was great. I was fine. And 20 minutes, my 2 customers that came, they kind of helped me up in the truck to let me sit down and get out of the sun, turned the air conditioning on. I had a bottle of water. I was sitting there, and then all of a sudden it hit me. It was rough.
Hi, Ethan.
Some departments require it, mine doesn't. Most fire departments like their people to become EMTs. Yeah. Here in my town, it's a requirement for fire to also be a paramedic. So that's probably what it was, that they're also paramedics. Because I mean, I'm telling you, they knew exactly what they were doing, and they took really, really, really good care of me. Even when I got in the ambulance, the ride was not far from where the accident was. I was just on the outskirts of the town. And they walked me through everything because I was dry heaving a little bit. And they're like, when was the last time you ate? And, talking to me, trying to see if I had a concussion and a couple of different things. So we had it all together. It was a good experience as far as that
What's I
part
saying?
goes.
Jason, need advice. Scroll it down.
I'll get it. To keep a raccoon out of my raised beds. After calling 911 when I found my neighbor dead, the first on the scene were fire department and first responders. Yeah. Thumbs up. Yeah.
Raccoons out of raised beds. The only thing that you can literally do is to trap him out.
Trap him and
Trap
get rid
him
of
and
dispatch.
relocate him to heaven.
I like that. Relocate them to heaven.
Coon cuffs would work great in that scenario. You can get them from us. You probably only need 1 or 2.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, if you have a homestead and you're raising either vegetables or meat and raccoons are going to be a problem, you should own coon cuffs. You should have at least a pair, at least 2, at your disposal at all times. Because in my opinion, it's no different than anybody that owns a house should have a basic repair kit. Screwdrivers, wrench, things like that. I feel like coon cuffs are the equivalent of that. If you have a homestead, you should have at least 2 coon cuffs. They're so easy to set. It's so easy to catch raccoons with them that it makes no sense to not have. And they're not expensive. They're like $13 a piece. You get a couple of those, you put them off to the side, and the first time you see signs of a raccoon, you set them out and take care of it.
Coon, possum.
Yeah.
You
we
don't
have
to
a
worry
hard
about
time getting that through to people. People think they don't need it, and then it's too late. I was talking the whole time. You were the one that were jumping in on. You were jumping in on me. Just saying. Anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
And you don't have to worry about catching your dog, your cat.
Right. Exactly. Because it's a target specific trap.
I think I'm going to start talking about crocheting.
Yeah. Go ahead. If you'd like me to teach you some so that you have just enough to be dangerous, I'll be more than happy to do so.
Oh, okay.
Just like you did for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how it works?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
We've been doing the trapping thing for almost 15 years.
Uh-huh.
You should have a little bit of faith in your teaching.
I didn't say I did.
Okay, then. So if you want me to teach you, I will take the next 15 years to teach you about crocheting, and then you can have a live stream about crocheting.
I'm just remembering. I'm just trying to think about who was it that she asked? Did she say Jason and Robin, or did she say Jason?
It doesn't matter. We're at the Green Dream. Say hello, Green Dream.
Hello, Green Dream.
Green Dream.
I said Green Dream.
Mm-hmm, sure you did. Too busy razzing on me.
If I didn't razz on you, nobody would.
You answered the question. I was just saying as an addendum to your answer.
Oh, my answers need addendums.
Yes. Actually, it was just my spiel. Okay, he has just been a problem for a little while. Just tired of every time I plant, it tears everything up again. Robin, you can do classes and teach at the expo when you come to.
Oh, here's your new Porsche.
I need to see it. That's ugly. That's really ugly. It's like an SUV that got stepped on. It looks like one of those, you guys remember those like Crossfires or whatever it was, that was a mid-size SUV. It was kind of wide, round, and this one looks like somebody just took that and like stepped on it. They don't like it. It's ugly. I'm a Porsche snob. Just like, is it called Cayenne that they have now? Show us. It's way up there. Hold on. Maybe I can't know. He's going a little fast.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Yeah, that's what I would do with that raccoon. I mean, there's no amount of electric fence that you can set up. Now, I mean, Premier One swears up and down they have one that'll stop them, but it's not going to stop a hungry raccoon.
Especially all that fur.
You know, and it's.
Now I'm sad that everyone is going to HOA and we're going to miss it. All my friends in one place again.
Who said that?
Robin, feel lucky he knows you crochet. My husband still calls it knitting. His dad did that the other day. Eggers and bacon. Hello. His dad did that this past weekend. We were sitting at the table talking and I was crocheting and he's like, you over there knitting and purling, and I'm like, it's crochet. So I feel your pain on that one. Hey, Mama. Mama Donna's in here. Hey, Liz. So yeah, if you're just kind of coming in,
we're on the way to the HOA,
yeah.
Homesteaders of America conference.
I like how Ethan put it, the HOAC, the HOAC. What you crocheting? This thing right here. It's gonna end up being a pretty shawl. Yeah, like a one-piece shawl. I love this design, and though you can't really tell it, but you see the little fuzzies on it. This stuff is so soft. Like, I don't even want to give them up.
So we are now around King Mountain, Shelby, North Carolina.
Yep.
Whoop, whoop. So for all you car heads out there, what car is from this area?
Really? Is it really?
Well, where do you think the name came from? The guy just pulled it out.
It could have been a girl he was dating. I don't know. What yarn are you using? It's some Red Heart yarn. I can't remember the name of it.
Ha, see? Just proves yarn is yarn.
No. Mustang, Shelby Mustang. Yeah. It's got some funky name. I wish we had more money or a rich benefactor to fly us out there this year. I'll just be too busy to drive and too broke to do it. Yep. If I'll be very honest with y'all, if Jason's stuff hadn't gotten straightened out with the VA, we might not have been making it either. So,
No, we would have had to call and cancel.
Mimsy!
But good Lord squared that one away. So how's the house coming, Ethan? That's what I want to know. Because I want you to get into your house, but there's a part of me that I'm like, no, I want Ethan at my place for the wintertime. I think we'd have fun.
Oh, I'm sure.
Plus,
you would.
about that time is going to be when I'm going to be getting into my hardcore coding classes. So it'd be like I had my own private tutor right there.
Oh.
See, so it's
So
kind
that's really your selfish moment right there.
it's not
That's
really selfish.
Yeah, it is.
It's not selfish.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I'm making sure my friends are warm for the wintertime.
Oh, okay.
That's just a byproduct.
Oh.
I mean, I might take to it like a duck to water and might not need any tutoring.
Right up against the wire, I'll know for sure. I think he already told you that. By
What?
November 1st. He
Yeah.
has to have they have a definite cutoff time.
Yeah. I think he should just cut it off and come on. That's what I
No.
think.
No, because I feel him. At the end of the day, if they have to pick up and leave,
I know.
it costs
You're
a
not
lot.
helping my argument.
No, I'm not trying to help your argument.
Then we could ring the Pavlov bell together every Sunday. Ding.
What do you?
There's a speed trap ahead.
Went to a UK gardeners meetup last weekend. I bet that was cool. Where are the girls? They're in the back seat asleep.
Like always.
Like always when we do these trips. Because what happens is, y'all, they get so excited the night before,
So
and they end up staying up late.
I'm very impressed by this area of North Carolina.
Why?
Well, it must be a very biblical community around here because they're really promoting the book of Genesis around here.
Oh gosh. Yeah, wow.
Because it's like every half a mile I'm seeing a billboard about Adam and Eve.
Oh my god. You're so bad.
Whoa, Nelly, stay over there, Mr. Electrician.
Did you see the picture of the turkeys? Yes, I did. Julie sent me pictures of the turkeys this morning. They're looking good. Looking good. Looking good.
There's a lot of traffic out here for it to be. Uh-oh, policeman.
Yeah, they said it was a speed trap. He already got him, though. Got him.
What's the speed limit through here anyway? I think it's 65 because I got this cruise control set at 66.
Let's see. My GPS should tell me.
65 right there.
Okay.
I'm good. He ain't gonna mess with me.
Yeah.
So in front of us right now, there is. I'm assuming it. I think it was for the city of Greenville, but they might be going to Charlotte.
Oh, these little smart cars or whatever?
They're fully electric cars, and they're like to be able to go around the city in.
Oh, cool.
There's Mo.
I'll tell you, Greenville is one of those. I don't know about Charlotte is too. I mean, not Charlotte. Asheville is too. But Greenville is really doing a lot of stuff to get off the grid, solar stuff. And
Well, one of the things that I like about Greenville is downtown is they're really starting to promote
Rooftops.
those rooftop gardens.
yeah.
That's something I would like to get. If I lived closer, I would be getting my hands in
Thanks,
there.
Green Dream. Said safe travels, you two.
Yep. I just
I don't know. I kind of would like to be able to say I've seen Arizona too. So maybe not this year, but all right, Becca. See you later.
okay, so let's just start calling it out.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the places that you want to still go and see?
I want to see Louisiana again. want to go see all my friends in Louisiana. Montana definitely sounds like, because they're doing a permaculture thing, so I think that would be really cool to go check that out. I want to make it to California again.
Oh,
I do.
why?
Just to be able to take the girls. I just think it's cool to be able to say I've been
What's
there.
Ethan saying?
On the 21st, I'm flying out to Chicago to interview at a new job, still 100% remote. I'm asking for prayers that this job will be good for me and my family, make it work. If not, make me fall. Fail. I don't know which one that was, but okay. We'll put it
y'all
up
on the
our
prayer wall when we get home. Send me an email to
Remind us.
for that prayer request, please.
Yeah,
Because
because
we're not
probably
gonna
by
get
the
there.
time.
So why California?
Just a different culture. I am
yeah,
all
that's-
about. Look, if you don't remember much about when we first met, it was one of the things that was intriguing was that I had a lot of different cultures that you didn't have. You and I had different stuff. You had been to different parts of the world that I hadn't been to, and I had been to different parts of the world you haven't been to.
Where you been that I ain't been?
I don't know. My backyard. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I have been influenced by different cultures that you had not been influenced by. So maybe not gone to places, but had different influences than you did.
Different influences.
Right.
Same cultures, just different influences.
Okay. So, that kind of thing.
You're a little feisty this morning.
I know. I got some rest.
Why are you so
And I
feisty?
have vacation. Yay.
It's not vacation when you're going looking at your work phone every 5 minutes.
I'm just trying to find out about that big job.
Just saying.
The quicker I get a number, the better. Just saying.
Just saying. I want to go back to Missouri.
Missouri. Yes, Missouri was nice.
And I want to go where we have a couple of days, either before the Homesteading Life Conference or after the Homesteading Life Conference.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of stuff between here and there
Yes.
that we didn't get to see. Like, I really want to do all of the touristy things there in Hannibal.
Okay.
And then I want to be able to hit that science center and the...
St. Louis.
The
Yeah, we want to be able to do some stuff in St. Louis.
I mean, we saw the arch,
Whatever
it is.
But we didn't. We just saw it from the road. Yeah. So Kathy used to live in California, and she just
Yeah.
moved.
She just started her homestead.
Yes.
Yep.
So
She's got a couple of months of free consulting from me that she hasn't cashed in on yet.
I think she's still. Well, she told us about her barter this morning. I'd like to visit Missouri. It's nice. It's kind of flat in some of the areas we were in. But that's closer to when you're in the Arkansas part of Missouri.
I finally got to go to Arkansas. See, Arkansas is a place that you've been that I ain't been.
Yeah, well, now you have. You didn't get to the west coast side the western part of it, but you got to the eastern part. And you got to go into Little Rock, too, because you went to the airport. Go to the Ozarks. That's where we were. We were in the Ozarks in Missouri. Well, no. Yeah, we were. That's right. We were. Because we weren't far from Fayetteville, where I went to school. But we just couldn't fit it in because we were traveling with Chris and them. So we had to kind of tie things up. I lived in 29 Palms. Her dad was in 29 Palms.
See, I enjoyed 29 Palms was not bad for me. I enjoyed my time at 29 Palms.
Mm-hmm. Where does the name 29 Palms come from?
I don't know.
Are there like 29 palm trees out there?
Pretty much. That's about it.
20 years
Whoa.
ago. Let's see. 29 Palms. I didn't care to go back. Waiting a while till the dust settles after moving. I want to know this property better so I'll have a better idea of what questions to ask you. It's more fun to slow down to enjoy the scenery. Y'all should travel from Hannibal to Hot Springs. Yeah, Hot Springs, that whole area over that way would have been.
Well, there's a lot of educational stuff that we can say we're doing with homeschool by going, uh, taking our time coming back through all of that. You know, just like I want to see Mount Rushmore.
So, white picket fence is in here. Sorry, I missed you. I didn't see that earlier.
I white picket fence.
Seen the arch a million times, never been there, and I live in Missouri. And 180 from average said we took a trip there and went up to the top. My son Lawrence was scared to death, and my oldest daughter Dagny was literally laying on the glass looking out. All right, bye, Mama. Sand, rocks, dry heat. Welcome to 29 Palms. Jason, when were you at 29 Palms?
95.
I was graduating from high school.
Yep.
1995.
Matter of fact, it would have been June of 95. And I was there till what? October.
That was way after we were there. We have been in the arc many years ago.
Yeah, but I want to, like, the Grand Canyon. I want to see the Grand Canyon. I want to see a lot of the
National parks and stuff.
the wonders or not the touristy things of.
You want to see
our
Mount
country.
Rushmore?
Yeah, I got to see the Statue of Liberty when I went to NYC filming that
See it?
documentary.
I've never seen that.
I got
I've
to
never
see
been
the
to New York.
Apollo, the Yankee Stadium,
No,
Heirloom.
no, none yet.
I got to go in the Apollo. Let's see what else. Times Square. I got to see all of that. Times Square was kind of cool. But when they say that city never sleeps, it doesn't.
New York?
Yeah.
I believe that. I believe that. Currently dealing with multiple issues with this place. Had to have the well treated, and now plumbers come out to deal with the leak, probably underground pipe. Devil's Tower is pretty amazing. Did you get to see that?
No.
Devil's Tower? No, but we got. What was it? Lover's Leap?
Yeah.
And we got to see.
Let's see. See, when I was in 29 Palms, I got to go to. What was it? Which one is it out there? That's Disney World. That's out there,
No,
right?
Disneyland.
Disneyland, and then all the Universal Studios and all of those things, and got to do all of that while I was out there. And let's see what else.
I've been to all the places you just listed. I think you'll enjoy them all. Went to New York a few years ago. Didn't care. I got to there. Went back to go see Lady Liberty in Ellis Island. Now, I did see Niagara Falls. I've been to Niagara Falls. I just never went to New York City.
See, I didn't get to see Niagara Falls. I want to see Niagara Falls.
It is beautiful. And I got to go like you get on the boat and actually like ride close by it in the falls, come down on the boat.
I want to go over it in a barrel.
No. And then I got to go into, as much as I don't want to brag about it, got to go into Canada. Snow, don't remind me it's coming.
Let's see what else.
Mommy's tired, Daddy.
I think I would want to check out one of the Dakotas, that area.
Yeah. I want to go to Mount Rushmore. I want to see Mount Rushmore. I want to see the redwood forest in California. I want to see the redwoods.
Now,
Like,
see,
I really want to see that.
I would go back to California to see that. I got to walk Hollywood Boulevard and.
In 2 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 30 toward I-485, I-77.
Yeah, I never got to do any of that. I've been to Stanford, so I basically got on a plane, got off the plane, went to Stanford for a week, and then got back on the plane and came home. So I really didn't have a whole lot, you know.
I think the Redwood Forest would be nice.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. I've never seen the Golden Gate Bridge, nothing like that. So I think that kind of stuff would be cool, just to be able to say that I saw it. Just like, don't get me wrong, I would love to see a lot of the architecture that is in France, but I don't know that I want to spend a long time in France. But as much as like some of the pastries and stuff with France, but the
We come from
regular
France.
cooking, like the regular,
We come from France.
the regular like entree stuff, I'm not a fan of French food. Italian, absolutely, I can get down with. Spanish food, I can get down with, but I can't. I'm not crazy about French food.
Russian food was good.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause they're
German,
like Irish. They boil.
Irish, yeah. But as far as like actual French, like I like crepes and pastries, but that's about it.
I have to go see Ireland and Scotland before I die.
Yes, we'll definitely be going to Ireland and Scotland before we get too old to travel.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 30.
Um,
Keep left at the fork.
Keep left at the fork. So yeah, that's definitely. I would like to be able to say I've been to Australia.
Been there.
Yeah, I know you have.
What type of granite is that, honey? Oh no, that's quartz.
It is quartz. Good call. I'm so proud of you. You do listen to me every once in a while.
That's the expensive quartz, the one that I like, isn't it? It's got a crack in it.
No. No, that's pretty reasonable kind of granite. And it's Chinese, so Ireland to kiss the Blarney Stone. Lots of germs. Who cares? It's the luck of the Irish. I just want to hear them talk. That's all I want. Just want to hear. I want to see some cute little red-headed girl running around talking in her Irish accent. That's all I want. If you like French architecture, Eureka Springs, yes, I know that. I've been to Eureka Springs.
Just like I want to go to New Orleans and go downtown, into downtown to the French Quarter.
Been there.
All of that. I want to do
Been
all
there.
that.
I've done it. I have done it. I have been on the corner of the quarter at Cafe Du Monde. I've had, and I'm sure I'm butchering it, but I've had beignets and a cafe au lait, and I had gumbo on the quarter. It was amazing. Best Bloody Mary I've ever had was there. We went over New Year's when the Sugar Bowl's going on, and it was years ago.
I got to have a king's cake.
Yes, king cake is yum. But
Well, there's a whole tradition with that cake,
yes,
with the little baby baked
Yes.
in the cake.
yes. Well, the thing is that like if you do it right, if you have a good circle of friends, which it seems like that's part of the culture down there. Like people are just like friends that hang out forever. Mimsy was saying, you be careful on Bourbon Street because you'll get an eyeful.
Why?
Because that's where all the bars and
So why are people gonna be staring at me?
women. No, you will get an eyeful if you're on Bourbon Street. You need to close your eyes.
Well, say hello to everybody, Decimate.
Ladessa, I think I'm a crocheting fool. I think I'm still crocheting this, and I got way too much going on here.
I still don't. I guess you'll explain that later.
Okay, you know the song "Be Careful, Little Eyes, What You See"?
Yes.
That's what she's saying. Ireland and Scotland are on my list. Yeah, I want to be able to go, like, my ideal trip to go over there would be to be able to do all of Europe. And it not be like a 5 to 7 day thing. It'd be like, let's go for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to do 5 or 7 days just
No.
in Ireland.
No, I literally would like to do find Like, we've got a couple of people that we kind of have contacts now where we could be like, okay, this is where we're setting up shop, but we're going to be gone for like 5 days. We're going to, we're going to go hit France and whatever. We're going to go, my geography's not really that great, but, we're going to go see these places. Then we're going to go see Italy, or we're going to go whatever. I want to be able to tour the entire, just all of Europe.
I have to put my bare feet on some land that my ancestors had. Some of the McGrady land, whether it's in Scotland or Ireland.
Is there an Amtrak near y'all in Georgia? Yes. There's actually one. There's one in Atlanta, and then there's one in South Carolina too. There's a couple in South Carolina. Just kind of have to look to see. There's two. We've been on the Amtrak. We rode the one that on the Crescent from Atlanta.
Yeah, but I don't think we can take a train to Ireland.
No, it goes from New York all the way to Louisiana, and we took that. I did 5 countries in 4 days. Wish we could have taken more time. Yeah, that I wouldn't want to do it like that. I'd want to.
Traveling by train was just flat out awesome.
Yeah, we like traveling by train.
If I can travel by train, I will travel by train, as long as it's cost effective.
Right.
Just like if there is a train that goes out to Montana, I would absolutely have no problem riding one, even if I had to do a transfer over into another train. So do it, because it's such a relaxing trip. Because we go first class when we go, and because for all of us it's like right around $1,000 to go first class, and that included our meals.
Well, it was a 12-hour trip.
Yeah.
So by the time you figure in renting a car,
because renting a car
gas,
from our place to New Orleans was 12 hours too. It was 12 or 14 hours.
To drive it?
Yeah.
It'd have been about the same.
Really, it would have been longer because...
Well, you have to stop and go.
Potty breaks.
Yeah. That's what I was saying, is that when you're doing a train, it's a more efficient trip because you don't have to, I gotta go pee. You don't have traffic jams. You don't have to slow down for construction. You just roll. Yeah.
And if the conductor, if he starts realizing he's falling behind, he goes faster.
Yep, they definitely do. We started towards the end of our trip. It seemed like the train was going faster and faster, and it was rocking a little bit more.
Remember, I had my glass of water and just slide across the table and I'd catch it.
We're like, woo! We took that corner a little bit fast. Yeah.
And the food was amazing.
Yeah, that's the thing, is when you travel by, it's basically a cab. Route 66 before interstates was a great trip too, yeah. There's something. You would really like to train travel back in the day. Trains were a normal way to travel. Love those long train trips. Are you planning to go to the Shindig in 2020? We're not sure yet.
It's pretty much on the list for us to go. We just gotta hammer out some minor details. Don't want to assume anything.
Assume.
Assuming I'm gonna be alive still.
Huh?
So,
You're assuming you're gonna be alive still.
So this pretty much, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and drop this bomb like it's Hiroshima. This weekend, pretty much, start of the kickoff for our Big Plans 2020.
In 2 miles, use the second from the right lane
Yes.
to take exit 23AB toward Statesville.
This is is very true.
What did she say, 23A or 23AB?
AB.
Okay.
Just letting you know that you gotta get off there.
Okay. All right. So, now what do I mean by that? Well, we're going to be starting.
It's gonna end up being beta, just so you know.
Okay. We are going to start talking about what our plan is for 2020. I will tell you guys this.
It's huge.
This is the biggest chunk of pie that we have cut off for ourselves ever. This is probably probably about it. This is the biggest challenge we've ever decided to do and go after as a family. We sat down, we had a family meeting about this, and we decided as a family to give it a go.
Half a mile, use the second from the right lane to take exit 23AB towards Statesville.
This goal also has probably the steepest consequences that goes along with it.
The right lane to take exit 23AB, then keep left at the fork to continue on exit AB.
If we fail, it also probably has biggest consequences that goes along with it. Did you
Keep
say?
left at the fork to continue
That's
on exit 23AB.
Lonely Prepper says hi. She's like, hi, Lonely Prepper.
Continue on I-77 north for 118 miles.
Dessa, why are you awake? You like to sleep. Just got woken up.
So, and it's not going to be an easy set of goals to reach. There's going to be a lot of hard work, but I'm also participating. There's going to be a lot.
Anticipating.
What did I say?
Participating.
Same difference. That's what I said.
Okay.
There's also going to be a lot of blood, sweat, and probably more tears than anything as we go along.
I hope not. I don't want
With
no
this.
tears. Don't want no tears.
But I
And
think
tears of joy, maybe, but not
there's
tears
still tears. There's going to be both.
not tears of anguish. Really can't do the anguish right now.
But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you guys almost got killed. He almost ran
Who
into
did?
all of you impatient people.
What, that guy?
The white car and the silver car almost got run over by that 18-wheeler. But once we come through it, if we come through it winning, there's going to be a whole different Big Bear channel.
J. Rob's 2020 teaser. That's
Who said
it. Kathy. It's about right. 2020 teaser. No. We're in North Carolina.
So, not to just throw a bunch of teasing and stuff out there. What's going to happen? One of the things that's going to happen is on New Year's Eve, we will be we'll be doing a premiere video where we're going to be releasing the entire plan, the entire goal. We're going to each person in the family will be interviewed, and I pushed the wrong button there. And you're going to get their personal thoughts, their feelings, their concerns, their excitement, and then it's pretty much full speed ahead come January 1.
Yep.
And so we've been slowly, that's why we haven't been putting out a lot of videos. I'll be honest with you. We've been working through this as a family, chomping through this as a family, and getting ducks and geese in a row. And
Oh crap!
what?
We're supposed to be picking up some quail. Oops.
That's gonna be an interesting ride home.
Oh goodness.
Nothing's
8.
gonna fit right there in this between y'all. We're
I
gonna have to
think
figure out
there's
how to
8 of
protect
them.
that seat.
I think there's 8 total.
So hey, come on over, Chevy. It's okay.
It's like a 4-pack, 2 4-packs, I think.
What is Kathy saying? Whatever.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it will be great. Go Team Big Bear.
Hey, look, we're gonna need prayers from y'all. Those of you that are close, we may
Need a support system.
need a support system. We may need,
don't.
you know, a support system.
A support system.
That's the best way to put it.
Yep. Yep.
You know.
Yeah, that's about right. May need a support system. But yeah. My hands asleep.
Well, wake it up.
Stop laying on it, silly monkey.
Whoa, it's got this really weird pattern on it.
Yeah? So anyway, we've been on for an hour. I think Sherry just messaged me and said they're about 2 hours from their campground.
Nice.
They're in Maryland somewhere, she said. Because they're coming from a different direction than we are.
Yeah.
So they're going through Maryland.
Gotta catch them all.
You know, I was born in Maryland.
Yeah, sure.
I was born in Baltimore.
Baltimore. I've been to Baltimore.
Been to Baltimore too. Gotta get lunch ready for Amanda.
Well, we're pretty much.
Yeah, we don't have anything exciting at this point. We're kind
Traffic's
of
getting thick.
in traffic, and I think we're just outside of Charlotte, so lunch traffic's gonna get a little interesting. So
Interesting.
for in the interest of keeping this family friendly, we're gonna go ahead and call it an afternoon for right now.
We may pop on in about another
couple hours maybe.
hours or so.
Terry, I'll have plenty. If I don't have any, I'll make you some. So you just let me know. If I sell out, I will definitely make more. So just let me know.
What? So
Yeah, zits and giggles. So. All right, y'all. Well, for trying to see, we can't wait to see you.
if you are coming to HOA and you don't come hug our necks, don't come back to a lodging. Don't.
You know you'll miss us. See you in a bit. Probably.
Just if you're not gonna come hug my neck at the HOA, unsubscribe.
Oh, windswept. Sorry I missed you. That's okay.
Hey, I got your message the other day, and don't worry about it. No big deal.
Hey y'all. I think I'm catching the end, but can't wait to see y'all. Yeah, we can't wait to see y'all
Who
either.
is that?
Stivers, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, where are y'all at?
Yeah, so for all of y'all that we're going to see, we can't wait to see you. And for those of you that are not going to be able to make it, we're going to be doing as much filming and live streaming and things like that as we can. So we will.
You're leaving
they're
tomorrow
leaving in the morning.
Okay, I want to get together with y'all, and let's do a couple videos together. One for our channel, one for y'all's channel. Something like that. Okay? What do y'all think about that? Can I get a whoop whoop?
Whoop, whoop.
Yep, for sure. Awesome.
Yes, we will for sure.
Awesome sauce.
Thank y'all for keeping us company. I was able to finish my project. Y'all are awesome. And we will talk to you all
in a couple of hours.
Later. In the meantime, y'all,
Plant smiles
grow giggles.
and harvest in love.
Harvest the love. Y'all have a good one. Bye.